Very well, I think we're live. So, we are talking about this proposal. Punish illegal minted ice. Owners are deducted 50%. Now it's 70. We changed it for 70. 70% of 5 days, whatever is smaller, of the amount they received from an illegal minted ice, aka a banned account. That amount is deducted from owners' banked ice, and the number can go negative. Meaning, if an owner um, someone is cheating for like 4 days, um, they they will lose that ice that he produced during that 4 days. They will at least lose 70%. But if you have like someone that's been playing like for 30 days or like imagine 2 months and he went to the same table and he got banned, those are different situations. So there's like a maximum amount. This proposal wants to tackle two things. The first one is illegally minted ice. That's the number one. And then the second is owners that are cheaters themselves. All right. And most of these cheaters are getting their accounts banned in 2, 3 playing days, sometimes longer. All right. So you have an owner. The owner has NFTs. He maybe has some honest players playing here, and then he has some accounts. Maybe he delegated to a cheater for the first time. Maybe he gave a second chance to someone. Now the owner has those accounts banned. All right. He's a fair owner. He stopped working with that person. Maybe he thought he had 4 people or 2 people playing, and it's all the same cheater. The owner had no idea. The cheaters made a new Discord, whatever. Maybe the owner doesn't want to spend that much time. Regardless of it, he's a honest owner. He's not collaborating with a cheater. The cheater might be getting his money through SNG, although I think that's more or less safer or easier to track, or most likely are taking the 70% hit. Those 70% hit aren't that feasible for a cheater. It's still some money. It's maybe more money than if they actually paid honestly. But what I'm really focused on is an owner who's working with a cheater. So let's tackle that. First of all, even a fair owner has had this ice minted. This is illegally made ice. He should not get 100% of that ice. Having a 70% hit still allows him to be profitable in his life. Still allows him to, he's still making some money, so he's not losing everything. But he's not getting these huge amounts of money. It's even like there's literally an incentive for an owner to be careless. Like if I delegate to someone and after 3 days I'm like, oh, he got banned, he was a cheater. Oh, that's horrible. I just made 5,000 eyes. Maybe that cheater gave me more money than every other of my players that plays honestly. So that's a concern. There's literally an incentive to allow cheaters to prosper. Like even an honest owner, like how much work, like honestly all owners self-report their own players. Like maybe owners don't even want to take that much time out of the day to actually check if someone is cheating or not. Maybe DG actually takes longer than 3 days to ban a cheater and he goes on for 5 days. Regardless of the situation, there's literally a profitable for the owner to at least tolerate the cheating. Or let's say there's literally an incentive for an owner to try and stop these cheaters, either than self pride and being a nice person, because you're literally making more money out of cheaters. So that's point number one. Now let's go to the big thing I want to tackle, which is cheaters that are working with the owners or are the owners themselves. So there's two ways this work. Number one, there's an owner. The owner owns the NFTs. All right, and the owner is also a cheater, so he's just making an account, he's playing for himself, he dumps on himself, his cheater account eventually gets banned, fine. He just makes a new wallet and he's playing for himself, so he's not only getting 70% some ice, because if like some banked ice that he converts to ice, so he's getting a little bit from his playing account, but he's getting all of this from his owner account, and this is a lot. All right, this is still way profitable. So that's point number one. The point number two is an owner who's collaborating on purpose with the cheater. So he knows someone is a cheater and he keeps on delegating. or even he gets a manager who's a cheater, and then the owner doesn't need to do anything. The manager is the one delegating all of these NFTs to himself or the cheaters. The owner is even paying a manager a fee. Maybe he's even paying him extra eyes. The cheaters are prospering. There's examples, and these are examples that exist right now. There are owners in DG, which I know for a fact, that do this, and we are talking about scepter holders. Um, we have cheaters that are paid, let's say 200 eyes for every time they bring owners at times 2 or times 1.75. So owners are literally paying cheaters to play with their NFTs, and they are literally paying them extra. Why they are paying them extra? Because the owners make more, and again, it's not profitable. It's not as profitable for cheaters to do this without working alongside the owners. So there, it's way more profitable when the cheater is working with the owner because they are making a lot of ice per day. Both of them are. This is a lot of illegally minted ice. Not only that, they are all of this ice is going to be sold, so it's going to decrease the price of ice. It's unfair, so most of all, it's just unfair regardless of the economics of it, and it's taking the top spot from players. Players are seeing their ice constantly being worthless, constantly being um, making more money. If we are able to eliminate these cheaters, we are suddenly opening those higher spots for players. So a player, even though the price of ice keeps going down, he at least now will make more ice per day on an average basis, statistically speaking. Regardless, let's keep on going with this. So after 4 days, the cheater was able to make the owner 6,000 ice. 6,000 ice. Even if we just do a 70% fee, you're still having the owner making 1,800 for 4 days. That's still an owner making 450. It's still a fairly, it's below average, but it's still a fairly reasonable amount. But it at least curtails all of this cheating that is going on. And I honestly believe I do not know numbers because I've asked, but I haven't gotten an answer. But we are talking about seriously numbers. I'm gonna just share here. This doesn't even all fit in one photo. Just for you guys to have an idea, this is a new guild that I'm managing. All right, I just started managing yesterday. This is on a monthly perspective. So he had the owner, honest person, had a manager that was a cheater. See how much ice he was able to steal from all of us. The owner didn't do this on purpose. The owner tried to stop. Nevertheless, the owner still profited a lot. Now you have this going on purpose. The owner was a responsible person and got me as a manager. We can manage your NFTs if you want, and we can get real people that will actually play, or internet people that will play. So if you want, you can contact me and I can become your manager. Okay, the infomercial is over. So you have all of these, and sometimes this keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And sure, DG one day might actually ban that owner, and yes, that can happen. But it's gonna happen after a few warnings, and even if that happens, it's still profitable for the owner just to transfer accounts. There's a bunch of cheaters that I found that the owners only had 5 NFTs in one wallet. Why? Because they do that. They cheat. That on what wallet gets banned, they transfer to a new wallet, and the process starts all over again. Plus, DG takes some time to actually ban an owner because you don't want to ban an owner because maybe the owner just did it by accident, the owner maybe did it by mistake. It's a little bit hard to make sure that they are actually cheating. Regardless, even if the owner is not cheating, they are profiting a lot. If the owner is cheating now, you can curtail the amount of money. Maybe with a 70% hit, and you do a hard 70% hit, maybe with a 70% penalty hit, this might stop. And by the way, how do you apply the 70%? It's easy. In the near future, owners are going to earn 20% in bank ties. Those bank ties values can be manually changed. So whenever there's a ban, someone from the staff has to see who's the owner, has to see, okay, this owner got 6,000 ice out of this cheater. He goes to the system. He just does 6,000 times 0.7, and he basically deducts 4,200 from the bank ties the owner has. If the owner has zero bank ties, that number becomes negative, meaning the owner will get that penalty. Period. Either he's a fair owner or not, he's going to get that penalty. And maybe this stops the cheating ring. Even if it doesn't stop the cheating ring, it's going to definitely lower the ice emissions. It's definitely going to make them earn less. And it might actually be positive for all of us. So, this is a proposal I have in mind. I ask for your guys' support. Please comment. Please tell me how we can improve this. But this is a problem. Yes, we could have other fixes, but this is a quick fix that we can do. It's fair, it's feasible, and it's workable. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.